The fourth video in our free traffic series is all about how to use press releases to drive free traffic. Press releases can be really powerful, and using paid options for press releases is proven to work, but it's also proven to work when you use free press release strategies, which I'm going to show you and talk about right now. Um, First thing is you want to get out there and look around at press releases that seem to be getting a lot of coverage, that have been newsworthy and so on. And again, easiest way to do this, like anything else, is go to Google and just start searching around, see what press releases are out there, or network with other people who do a lot of online marketing and ask them what their press release strategies have been. Um, I often get help writing my press releases because I'm not a press release writer. So I'll get help. I either outsource it and pay for it, or in some cases, if I happen to be in touch with somebody who has done a fair number of press releases, I might get them to help me, and we'll trade. We'll do a barter of some sort. I'll leave that up to you, but look out there and see what press releases do well. Just doing a press release about like a new boring product that your company is releasing isn't going to be all that newsworthy. But if you do a press release of something like, like a publicity stunt you're running, or some kind of crazy uh, competition, or giveaway that your company is incenting its buyers with, that could go viral. That's newsworthy. That's something people want to talk about. It could be something a little bit controversial, like a new product that you release that isn't necessarily something people don't want to see. You never know. It could be something funny, a new commercial that you did that has people talking. Lots of different things that you can do that would make a press release newsworthy, but it's got to be something that stands out. So keep that in mind. Now, the next thing is I'm going to recommend this, even though this is it's supposed to be totally free. For $5, I really recommend just go to Fiverr.com and have somebody write you a press release. You can do it yourself, and again, look at effective press releases through Google, and if you feel like writing it yourself, do it. But if you go to Fiverr.com, you can find people who will write a press release for you for $5. And the example I'm going to show you when we flip over to my screen is a press release that I had written for $5. It's worth it's worth the money to do it. I don't need to be spending my time writing press releases when I have a lot of other things to do in my business. So that's something for you to really think about. Um, get the press release written and make sure it effectively represents whatever it is you're trying to do here. So I'll show you exactly what I did for the Quit Your Job Manual press release. The next thing you want to do is SEO enable your press release. So search engine optimization needs to be top of mind. When you create a press release and you start distributing the press release across the internet, that release is going to get syndicated and published in a number of different places. Again, each press release is different, but if it gets picked up and starts being published all over the place, that's really a mini viral effect. So every time that press release goes out, it is being published on a different site. Well, that site where it's being published, it has the ability to link back to you. And so without getting into a whole lesson on what search engine optimization is all about, put your keywords as your links. I did that for an earlier example. If I'm trying to optimize Quit Your Job Manual and I want to be, let's say my ideal vision is to be #1 on Google when somebody searches for Quit Your Job. Well, when I release a press release for Quit Your Job Manual, I want to have the words Quit Your Job hyperlinked as anchor text linking back to quityourjobmanual.com. In essence, the more websites on the internet linking to me using the words quit your job, the better that it ends up being for SEO for me. So if you're going to take the time to write a press release and distribute it all over the net, make sure you do some SEO inside. Again, I'm going to show you an example so you know exactly what I mean. And then what you want to do is submit this press release to free PR sites, press release sites. And the only way or the best way to find it is to go to Google. There is a paid site called PR Web, but I highly recommend it. Again, this is a free traffic demo, so you don't have to do it. But if you have a little bit of a budget, PR Web is a great way of distributing a press release. You do have to pay some money, but it's well worth the spend most of the time. And the other thing you can do is get the press release submitted on Fiverr.com. So you can go and submit the press release yourself to the sites you find. Then you can go to Fiverr, pay $5, and there's some guys on there that offer, I will, they'll say something like, I will submit your press release to 30 different places for $5. Well, that's saving you a lot of time, so it's easily worth the $5. But again, if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, you can do that fourth step there, the searching for places to submit for free on Google. Do it yourself. So having said all of that, I'm going to flip over and show you a demo of an actual press release that I have. I'm not going to show you a demo of writing one. That's going to be something you have to do on your own. But I'm going to give you the best practices, and then we're going to submit my press release to one press release site for free, and we'll take it from there. So I'll see you when I flip over to the live demo. Here's the press release I had written for the Quit Your Job Manual when I re-released it. This is a revised edition, so the product was available before, and I'm making it newly available. There's new additions, and it's a totally enhanced version. So that's that's newsworthy as far as I was concerned. And so here's the press release I had written for $5 on Fiverr. And I pretty much went with what they gave me. I made a few small changes, which I want to talk about right now. Um, I'm not going to go into the structure of a press release per se, because you can look up press releases on Google and read them. But in general, it needs to be dated. It needs to have sort of an intro, a quote, usually from the product creator or somebody who's involved in the news story. Having a quote from someone else as well, like a testimonial, is a really good idea. So it's short. I mean, it's 300 or so words, and that's about the right size for a press release. It doesn't need to be all that long. Um, but one thing I do want to point out here, if you go to the bottom, I have a little resource saying, for more information on how to fire your boss and live your life to the fullest, visit the, and then you can see hyperlinked, Quit Your Job manual website, produced by Justin Popovich, Success Coach. Quit Your Job is the keyword I'm trying to optimize that website for. If I could be #1 on Google for Quit Your Job, I'd be really happy. At the same time, my personal development blog, Ignite Your Essence, I'm trying to get to the top of Google for the word success. It's a really competitive keyword. It's hard to get there, but I know that submitting a press release could have a great effect. There could be lots of links out there. And so the more this gets published, the more inbound links I'm going to have using my keywords to those desired websites. So those are two really strong tips. If you're going to do press releases, put your keywords in the anchor text of the sites that you're optimizing. And then on the other side of the coin, the other thing you want to do is, if you do have a blog like I do, I have a couple blogs. So first publish your press release on the blog before you submit it to any press release websites. And the reason for that is that this press release then is seen in Google as the originating source of content for the particular press release. As other websites start publishing the same release, they're published at a later date. Your blog is credited as the original source of content that seems to be going viral on all these other news sites. So what I did was, I have this coaching website that I promote, the Ignite Your Essence website. So here is my press release. I literally published it as a blog post on my website 2 or 3 days before I submitted this to press release sites. I actually paid for this one, but I'm going to show you how to do this, how to submit it to free press release sites as well. But that's a really key piece of information, because if you're going to take the time to do press releases, you might as well optimize your blog or your website as well by publishing the press release to your own site. I mean, it just makes sense. You're promoting your own stuff, so that's a great thing to do. And so that's pretty much what you need to do to get started. If you want to write your own press release, go for it. But like I said, Fiverr.com, awesome solution for getting press releases written. So now what I want to do is go and start submitting this press release to free press release websites. Easiest way to do it, you go to Google and you start searching for free press releases. It's pretty much the solution to anything these days. So free press release, and there's 150 million results here, so there's lots of places for you to choose from. First one that comes up is freepressrelease.com. I've looked at a number of these, obviously. Here's one, 50 free press release submission websites. I like ones like that because it summarizes a whole bunch of different places you can go. And I actually see some in here that I've definitely I've used before. prlog.org, Beta News. There's a whole bunch of them in here. So you could even take a site like this, bookmark it, and then start going through um, one by one, submitting your press releases. So what we can do is, let's just go back and pick the first one that came up in Google, freepressrelease.com. And we'll take this press release that I was showing you earlier here, and we'll submit it. Now, it looks like I've already logged into this one. I've been here before, obviously. So submit press releases at the top. Now, one thing I want to point out here, and this is something you want to be aware of for people that are just doing free when it comes to press releases. I actually pay for a lot of my press releases, and I pay for a reason because something I'm going to show you right now. When you submit a free press release, you get limited options, and one of the things that about freepressrelease.com that's limited is you cannot put links inside of the body of your press release back to your websites. You need to do the customized PR, which is actually a $30 price tag. Still fairly cheap, all things considered, but if I'm going to pay for a press release, I usually go to a bigger one like PR Web. Um, when you submit the free one, you still get to submit it, but there's just no links to your site. They're going to use that press release and put their own AdSense or whatever in it, but that's fine. It's still free content publication for you. So let's just fill this in using the free version just so you can see exactly a case study of how it would work. So we can grab the title and paste it in, grab the summary, paste that in, and then grab the body of the article, paste it in, and actually it doesn't look all that great, so I like to just add some spaces here so the paragraphs are broken up. And I'm going to update it to the date because I did the original one a week ago. And that's pretty much all we need to do. Oh, there's tags. So let's say quit your job. It's giving me the recommended ones here. Start a business and entrepreneur. So there's some tags that I can use. These are just keywords that I want to kind of relate to this particular press release. Company name is not mandatory. The industry, we'll just pick something quick here. Business and small business. And I'm up in the wonderful world of Canada. And nothing else is mandatory. So let's just use the little CAPTCHA thing here, 3668. Do a quick preview. That's always a good idea. And read through it. So you can see here it's going to have the title that I want, the news story. It's going to masks. So it's got some stuff here. And right here is where they're going to have their ads. Obviously, they're not just giving this away for free. They're trying to advertise stuff and make their own money, which is cool. So then we just hit submit and the press release gets submitted. So you have successfully submitted a free press release. And one click to share news to your friends and followers and all that. So again, I showed you this in the blogging one. I'd go ahead and do that. Share it on Facebook and Twitter and MySpace or anything else you're involved in. Why not? I mean, if people are going to look at your press release, and it might also help the underlying thing that you're promoting here, which in my case is my quit your job sales page. Why not go ahead and do it? And they're obviously trying to upsell me here to other things. It wouldn't be bad to have linkable text inside of my press release for 30 bucks. Again, that's for another program since this is free traffic. We won't talk about that right now. So last thing I just want to mention here about press release or using free press release strategy for traffic is we're back here at the Google search that I did, free press release, and I really liked that list of 50 that I found. I love when I find those kind of posts or articles because it saves me the time of having to search. And what I would recommend you do is either find this particular link or just do your own search and find something similar and go through all these different sites and try to determine which ones you want to submit your press releases to. If you have the time, and again, I'm guessing you do since you're going for free traffic strategies, take the time to submit your press release to all these different places. So prlog.org. Um, Submit your PR for free. You have to first create an account. So obviously you go through and you do that one by one. And great way of getting that press release out there. Now, having said all of that, I did mention in the slide at the beginning to use Fiverr. I just want to quickly go to Fiverr and show you. If you've never been to fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, go there and search for press release. And you're going to see a number of different things available. Let's see, let's just go through this in real time. So I will write a press release up to 150 words for $5. It's just amazing. I will send you over 70 winning press release templates for $5. So if you want to write your own, pay $5 and let this guy send you some really good ones, or go to Google and find yours as well. I want to find one here. Let's see if they have one for submitting a press release, because I know they have that here. Here's one. I will submit your press release to 10 popular PR sites for $5. So I'm just going to quickly read a bit more about that one. So there we go. So this one, they're using PR Log, which is the one we just looked at. For $5, you're going to save yourself probably an hour, if not more, worth of time. I recommend you do it. Take a look, try it out for $5. It's definitely not going to work. And the feedback looks great here. She's great, fantastic work, great job, did a perfect job. User services again. Even though it's free traffic, consider leveraging your time a little bit. It's still going to be dirt cheap, almost free traffic if you follow this strategy. So Fiverr.com, all those free PR sites, try this strategy out. I guarantee you will see some free traffic coming to the whatever site you're promoting. It's a great strategy to use.